Hey there, it's Rachel Mullins, the host of hashtag No Filter Fridays on Public House Media.
What is up? It's Julianne Condia, the host of Rewritten. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate it. It's been massively cool to connect with you on social media. You screenshotting this episode and uploading it and tagging me. It's been really fun to just read what your takeaways are and also just talk to you, get to know you. I'm all about that. I just want you to win. That is why we have Rewritten. Rewritten is to help you no matter your circumstances, no matter your past. I really do believe you have limitless potential. It's all about finding what's limiting you. It's all about understanding what makes you have fear and those triggers. And if you can just identify and become aware of that, you can keep moving forward. It's inch by inch. My biggest passion and life mission right now is to help women live more fulfilled each day while having more choices in life. I want you to be the best. I want you to be the best mom, the best spouse, the best friend, but I also just want you to have a better relationship with yourself. You having a relationship with yourself is going to be the longest relationship you have, right? It is already to this time. And I just think that self-care is so vital, but then also just really wrestling through things that are hard for you. If you can do that, if you can put these into practice, you can do anything. And you just learn along the way. I really value setbacks and obstacles. I don't love them. They don't make me feel awesome, but I value them because the moments I've stumbled or the moments that have been massively painful are the moments I've had massive breakthrough. And I just think the same for you if you can flip the script in your head. Something I've taught about before, but I'm going to take a little different angle on it, is asking yourself better questions. When you ask yourself a question, your brain is already finding the answer for you. So if you ask yourself a limited question, such as, why am I always paycheck to paycheck? Your brain is just going to answer and be logical and tell you you're not enough and that you'll never have enough. And that just is defeating. And so I've taught before where ask yourself better questions, right? Why not me? Why am I so good at this? Why do I love this? Why does my voice matter? And then your brain is going to find the answers for you when you ask better questions. You'll like the answers a lot more. However, we're not always doing that. That's reality. I find myself asking myself questions that aren't always on the positive flip, right? So what can you do to grow in those moments where you're asking yourself questions that are not serving you? And this has been something that has built my business. I've realized it as of recent, but it's something I've been putting into practice for the last 6 years. And it's something like, why does no one want to join me? It's really easy to find the answer and say, oh, you're not enough, you're not good enough, you're not meant to do this, whatever. But when I find myself asking those questions, I use that to become a better leader, a better mentor, right? And just better. So when I ask myself questions such as, why am I not getting results right now? Instead of filling my mind with doubt and fear and feeling not good, I think, how can I do something from this moment? This is the opportunity for me to have a growth moment. This is my opportunity to lean into this question and become better. So a lot of my questions I ask myself have to do with leadership, mentorship, and a role in my life. So for example, why am I dropping the ball as a wife? your brain is going to find the answer unless you learn how to train your brain. So if I'm thinking, if I'm not a good enough wife, my brain is going to be like, yes, you were short with Eric, or you have been spending so much time in the business or with Faye and not enough time with him, right? It's easy to do that. But if I ask myself a question about my wife role, and it's something like, why am I not being a patient wife? In that moment is my chance and opportunity to grow. And since I'm so aware of feeling that way, it makes me become more responsible to grow in that role. So with mentorship, right? Why are the people I'm mentoring not having success? Instead of feeling sorry for myself or feeling as though I'm not a good leader, right? That's my opportunity to think, what can I do to bridge this gap for them? This is my opportunity to grow as a mentor and help them become better. And so I've been doing that, and it's paid off. So we have metrics in the business. And if I'm noticing people, I know what grows a business, right? If they're not hitting those metrics, what I do then is I'm like, okay, how can I create a third-party tool for them to make this more, I don't want to say easier, but simple. How can I make this more simple for them, right? Because sometimes people get too wordy or they word vomit. How can I help just make this as simple as possible and yet use their story? They can use their story to inspire and empower other people. I believe that the questions you ask yourself, whether they're more positive or if they're a little bit gut-wrenching and negative, I do believe you can take those negative questions and that be the moment to grow. Why do I feel so stressed as a mom right now? Then you think, okay, what would make me less stressed? So for example, Faye is 7 months. I can't even take it. And we are a full-time family based on our own hard work, right? I'm obsessed. The days can mash together very well. And then for me, I found myself feeling just all over the place. And so I decided to take action when I asked myself that question of why am I feeling stressed? Why do I feel this way? I feel like overwhelm is a choice and stress can be a choice as well. So what I did is I decided Faye is really starting to take naps at the same time. So I just created a flexible schedule, more for me than her, because I'm willing to be flexible with her life, right? And what she may not be tired right at 9:30. But being flexible, but just seeing that structure, I started to feel better when I saw that schedule. And then I thought, what would make me feel like a fun, intentional mom instead of just doing the same thing every single day and just feeling like nothing is flowing? Doing some kind of sensory activity. So then I went to YouTube and then I went to Instagram and I just typed in sensory play. And all of a sudden, all these ideas started popping up. These simple ideas that looked fun, that looked like they could easily be implemented into our daily life. This looked like something I would look forward to each week, if not each day, with Faye in our schedule. I would feel better as a mom knowing we did something like that and not just the same thing every single day. So I took an activity and I decided to implement it along with our schedule. I felt as in that moment, okay, now I can go all in with the business, go all in with my wife role, because I was just all in with my mom role. There was intentionality. There was something I felt proud of that day in that moment. I felt more connected, right, as a mom and not just someone who's here, play, whatever. It's all great. But for me, I needed a little bit more structure to feel more, I don't want to say in control of my day, but just more confident in my day that I was accomplishing something, that Faye was accomplishing something, that I wasn't just meshing everything together. It felt really, really good. So I take these questions that I am asking myself and I use them as opportunities to become better. And I do ask myself questions that don't serve me. And I think we all do that, but it's all about flipping the script, or it's learning and channeling, okay, since I'm asking myself this question, this is a really intentional time for me to establish growth in my life. And when you choose to grow, you choose to expand. And what you focus on expands your mindset. And I'm going to focus on getting better 1% every single day. I am going to focus on how I can move through situations that made me feel down or not enough or made me feel as though I was dropping the ball. Because at the end of the day, we're not always going to have it. I really am not seeking balance, but I am seeking harmony. And I feel when I'm intentional with the questions I'm asking myself to choose growth and to lean in and become better, I honestly feel so much better. So whether you're flipping the script with the questions you have, or you're asking questions that might seem a little bit on the negative side, I really do think you can use those moments as like, okay, I'm asking myself this question as a mentor. Now I get to step it up as a mentor. What can I do for my team? I'm asking myself this question about motherhood. How can I get better as a mother right now? And those questions will make you better if you see them as an opportunity to grow. My friend, thank you. Thank you for just being a part of Rewritten. I just so deeply want you to win in whatever capacity that means. I don't think that winning in life means title, income, all those things, recognition. I really just think living fulfilled. Happiness is universal. Happiness is available to you. And I want you to feel happy, but I also want you to be healthy. And I want you to dream, and I want you to dream big. And I don't want you to hold back. It's easy to put your dreams on hold for the people in your life. But what I have found is that when you just keep going for it, you're able to be better in the other roles of your life. And that's what I want. I mentor women. I mentor them in business. I mentor them in self-care. And I just mentor them in life. And I just want them to see that they can be anybody that they want. And I hope that that's just being happy. And then that's being intentional. And that's seeing life as the most beautiful gift you've been given. Friend, again, if you could screenshot this, upload it to your Instagram, that would just mean a whole lot to me. Tag me at Julianne Condia at the Rewritten Society. If you could rate and review this podcast, I would be so massively thankful. Have a beautiful day. Until next time.